Phil, the sun's out for like 1 second. That's about it. I was thinking, I looked up, I thought maybe, unless the weather changes right now, like LA Story. Did you see LA Story? Steve Martin, Sarah Jessica Parker, some other motherfuckers. It was weird, like a weird film. But the weather changes for Stevie. He was a weatherman, steals from Shakespeare, cheats on his love interest. With some British chick that's pretty cute. What if that was my review of a movie? Like just one, like a haiku.
That'd be awesome.
Like you just gotta sum it up in. All you need is like one thing that you do very well.
He went in the store. He's covered that up.
Can't breathe, Phil. I don't need the sun though. The light is actually worse with the direct sun because it blinds out this. When I record at Tia's with the sun behind me coming through the window, the screen of the laptop reflects the blinds back onto my own face, so it looks like 3D. It looks like I'm sitting behind the light. And the other day I recorded something I thought was really good, and I lost 40 minutes because there was no sound. And I happened to have my recorder off, so it was gone. And then I forgot 2 ideas last week that just, I was steaming. You ever had lobster tempura? It could be good. Because it's like so much fried material that you don't need a lot of meat. Oh, these chairs are awful.
Better than the middle.
I'd rather be. I want a chair where I have to balance with my legs. It's like a 3-pronged chair, but 2 of my legs are 2 of the legs. You know, if you're not actually sitting on it, it just falls to the side.
Right.
It's totally dynamic, like a high-end water ski.
The tables are made wrong. It should be one thing like this, and it should be 4 legs, so your knees don't be bumping on the
Yeah, they're pretty horrible. Phil, is there almost room for a globe to fit right in this table? Almost. And if you build it right, the globe, Joel. Oh please, baby, Joel. Any reason why I shouldn't put a globe inside this table that can spin in all directions and has risk on it? Yes or no?
How would you keep the pieces on?
Magnets.
Yeah, but like magnet.
No, there's like a honeycombed like 3D net, and the pieces go inside everywhere. Something that has more outward depth than the pieces themselves to create holes, so the pieces are not touched as it rolls. Or it just doesn't move them. Maybe it's like a hovercraft. Maybe when you're using it, that's probably it. When you're actually playing, you turn it on, a little bit of air is blown, and it actually hangs, so you can just spin it. But still, the whole thing's going to be pockmarked by honeycomb, so a piece will plug into a honeycomb. And you can do many, many other games with it. Sorry. You can turn it into a phenomenal rotating dartboard. You have no idea how weird to have to like specifically attack countries with missiles from space. Why don't you just be my manager? Tia won't do it. And you're like kind of like 22% female. Seriously, you could sit there with your notepad and just, if I failed to talk, you could be like, okay, we don't have this worked out yet, and then it would be done. And you would have probably enough money to write for the rest of your life. On a boat. You know what I want to do? I want to go into the center of the ocean with a raft made of aluminum cans. I mean a big-ass raft. That's my movie, Big Ass Raft. And tell people, if you can collect like 10,000 cans and float out here, we will refine your cans and give you a spot in our aluminum city. Just literally collect all the world's aluminum and build this crazy aluminum city. Aluminum can man, son. What do you think about the name the man, son? Like it sounds like the man son, but it's actually the man son. And whether it means the man like my child who's a male or the man son. I think it's a really very powerful name because his name is so powerful, even though he didn't do anything except manipulate a couple of bitches to kill a couple people. Right? I mean, what did he really do compared to, was he Hitler? Mansley's a fucking killer. Garden variety, fucking psychopathic, unsatisfied killer. Kind of sickening that he didn't even do it himself, you know? Like, if you're going to do that, why not just, if you're going to be evil, just be evil. You know, beevil. You know, did I tell you that the devil used to be called the Bevel?
Yeah. No,
I don't know. I wish that A, B, and C were better. Can you write devolution for me? D-E-V-I-L-O-T-I-O-N? Can you write that for me? If we go about 3 more minutes, that would be very valuable. Take me back to anything.
Back to what? You want to
Anything that I've been recently super excited about. Anything that you, of all those, especially this last 5 minutes. And don't be offended if I make paper airplanes out of $1 bills and throw them at you either. $1 bills. Don't be disappointed if I don't do it either. Because now that you seem needy, I don't want to do it. Kidding. So, okay, what do you like better? The light continent or the United States of Africa? Or the African Union? The OW. OW. What?
sure. I think they all have.
Instinctually though, like if you had to choose, light continent, USA. I think light continent's better.
Kind of like.
I think it's a very powerful name because I mean both. It plays several ways,
It's kind of subversive.
you know. But it's really, I mean, it's about skin color.
Right.
It's about, you know, whatever light is, a wave or a photon or a fucking particle or whatever, you know. It's about light, and it's about lightness. It's about saying for a given number of people who live on this continent, we want the weight that our Mother Nature has to take to be absolutely minimized. Like, not to be heavy, to be light. The light continent, the one that rests least heavily on the face of our Mother Nature. And I think in terms of human resources, if you're looking to go to a place and change the world, and you need people who aren't going to demand high salaries to do philanthropic work, no better place to go. You can open a philanthropy here. You might still have to pay somebody $50,000. You open a brilliant philanthropy in Africa, you may hire somebody for $1,000 for the entire year.
It's filled up half of a pad since I went down to talk to Monica.
I've been
And
talking.
what have you done? What have you?
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take the audio.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the audio from what I was yelling at them down there, and I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna listen to it with you, and just make faces for another $3.
So,
See, I figure if a person can take money from me, then they're my friend. If not, they're just like, I don't want your money. You're not my friend. I don't know what it's for. I'm not in your cult. I wish there was a word between cult culture, and cult unsure and unculture. What about unculture? But that doesn't. I'm trying to say cult that's not sure. A cult of uncertainty. A cult of ignorance. You know, a cult that admits what it is. It's a ridiculous thing. You know, beginning with the presumption that everything else is so fucking worthless that we need Genesis again. Second Genesis. There's so many good names, and I figure if I build my business correctly, people will acquire like their stove and their bed and their car and their vacation and their gardening and their toilet maintenance. They'll deal with that stuff so well and so cheaply that they'll have a lot of time to take advantage of human family union-based film studios. Like, if an idea comes around and it's good enough, it'll be made quickly into something. And that first thing might only be 3 minutes, but it'll basically offer the idea to the rest of the population saying, nobody else in the world is really looking at this. We've made a mini-movie about it, and we may have ruined it for every one of us, because we've given away all the good ideas and all the secrets from the film we're going to make. But now that 3 million of you have seen the 3-minute trailer, now we make the real one, and we sell it to the other motherfuckers. the 99.9% of people in the world.
That's
who are
where I
not-
come in. And they pay me to do the score.
who are
Once
not-
the money's been secured. Excuse me. For
People
interrupting.
would be incredibly curious.
Record this, Alex.
And if they can't assassinate a utopia, they'll become addicted to it. They're like one or the other. There'll be a desire to kill it, but if it exists, people will want to see what's in it. They'll be fucking absolutely transfixed. They're like, this is obviously the most powerful thing in the world that doesn't involve guns.
All right, Tuffy. I'll see you. Okay, tough guy.
The riskiest and biggest practical proposition ever.